What up, folks? Bring you another one. Now, you know there's a saying called good debt and bad debt. Now, what they say good debt is, I guess they say a home loan is a good debt. Yes, because you build equity. But honestly, there is no such thing as good or bad debt. Debt is bad, period. Now, I remember I was talking to a friend of mine a while back on this. And I was like, dude, really, there's no such thing as good debt. Every debt is bad. Who the hell wants to be in debt? Like, come on. Yeah, you do this. Okay, you got debt to help build your credit. But the whole point of debt, you're supposed to use debt to your advantage, meaning you have enough money to pay that shit off in cash. Meaning you only pay for maybe a couple months or a year. You know, just a trick of dumbass creditors to think, okay, this motherfucker is good at paying bills. Because what a credit score does, a credit score represents you. Like, you know how they say, all you got is your word? Well, all you got is your credit. Credit represents who you are and what type of character you are. That's what credit does. It represents, are you a man or a word of your word, a woman of your word? That's what credit does. And that's what it shows everybody in the world. Well, not in the world, because only in America they do credit and shit. But everywhere else, it doesn't matter. Most people paying cash, or they've been living in the same house from generation to generation. They just add on. But credit, good credit, bad credit, there ain't no such thing as good credit, bad credit. I mean, good debt or bad debt. My bad. It's only bad debt. Nobody wants to be in debt, and you shouldn't be in debt. You want to get the least amount of debt as possible. And that's really all I wanted to say was, there is no such thing as good debt, bad debt. All debt is bad. You want to be in the least amount of debt as possible. You don't need to keep up with the Joneses. Like, if you haven't noticed now, jobs are going overseas. The main reason why jobs are going overseas is because of greed. Greed is what all this shit is about, why we're in so much debt, because motherfuckers out here wants to make everything the cheap as possible with the least amount of payout. So like cars, the average car is like what, 40,000 now, but you know they probably only cost 5 or 10,000 to build these shits. To build these cars, 5 or 10,000, they're freaking charging you 40 grand for a car. But they made with such cheap ass material, it doesn't last long. Now you got to go in debt, get a loan if you ain't got the cash to go and buy this thing. All my cars have been used. Every last car I've owned is used. This car right here, this 2012 Ford Explorer, this is the newest car I've ever owned. All my cars have been old. Like, I honestly, I like old school cars. If you don't know, I like old school shit. I don't know, I just like the antique shit. That's how the person I am. I got 3 cars total. I got 2 muscle cars and this Explorer I got. But the only reason, if in Virginia, you know, Virginia's seasons are funny because you get snow and all this bullshit. So I probably should have built an antique truck, which I probably should. Maybe I'll do that. But see, I ain't trying to have too much bullshit. Because guess what? That means I go in more debt. And I don't have a lot of debt. The only debt I have is this stupid ass house. But I need somewhere to live. But anyways, I'm trying to pay that down real quick. But the whole point is, I always recommend someone to buy a car used, because you ain't got to pay all that freaking money. But I know some people want to keep up with the Jones and show that they're balling, especially now tax season coming up. Motherfuckers gonna be out here balling for about a week or two. And cars getting repoed, rims getting repoed, because they just want to go out and ball out, put down payments on stuff they ain't got the money for and can't afford. Why? That's stupid. Like, oh yeah, this is good debt, because it's gonna help you build your credit. Yes, the salesman will tell you that, or saleswoman will tell you that. But look, if you ain't got the, like, I got a rule. If I ain't got the cash for like a car, I can't afford it. That's just, if I ain't got the cash for a car, I can't afford it. That's just the rule I go by. But I know I've been all over the place with this one. But the whole point is, there's no such thing as good debt or bad debt. The best type of debt is to have no debt. But I'm gonna holler at y'all. Keep pushing. Peace.